beautiful venue here at Circus Maximus.
Big shout out to you guys out there on the stream and in the live audience. Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, countdown has started. We're going to be in game number 1 between viOlet and Stephano here momentarily.
Right, except it's game number 2.
Game number 2? Yeah, no, yeah, 2.
Jet lag. All right, we're moving into the game, and first we're going to take a look again at our purple Zerg player from the team AZK, I believe it is. It is viOlet.
And his opponent up 1-0 at this moment. From Team Millennium, our pink Zerg player is Stephano.
Yeah, Stephano definitely looking like he's got a shot at being, I would say the winner of this tournament. He's one guy that we've been watching all weekend where I watch him play. I'm like, this guy's a chance to go all the way. Absolutely. So we'll have to see if he can keep it up, though. I mean, viOlet, still a very strong Zerg player.
Definitely.
Yep, and they did spawn in cross positions, too, so it looks like we might be in for a little bit longer game again like we saw last time. Their Overlords are going to find out very soon.
I believe the winner of this as well plays the winner of E.G. Huck versus Inori, FXO
really?
Inori, which is going to be the next match that we're going to broadcast. So we have a guaranteed awesome CVP no matter who comes out of those matches.
It's M&M, which at this point means mirror match morning at the IPL.
We do have a few of those coming up. Yes, that's true. I was actually sitting with Rhett last night as he was watching Ryung play. His opponent, Ryung was playing, oh man, I forget on the top of my head. Thank you, Lucky! I was trying to think, I was like, FXO. And he was saying there, no, go Ryung, no ZVZ. But anyway.
Oh well.
And so here we have it. Stephano, we'll see if he's going to opt for that very early expand once again. He's behind in resources a little bit from his opponent.
Look at that.
And
at the natural of viOlet, Stephano's blocking the hatchery. Look at that. You don't see that very often in ZVZ. That's going to be pretty helpful. In the meantime, Stephano having no trouble at all taking his hatchery. This has got to be so annoying for viOlet.
Man.
Wow. Oh, he finally gets it down.
He gets it down, but Stephano was actually behind in resources for quite a while and was actually able to establish his hatchery earlier despite that resource deficit.
Yeah, exactly. So a little bit of a tiny early lead for Stephano. A little bit earlier pool, though, for viOlet. He's going to have that out a couple seconds. And, in mirror matches, those seconds are important sometimes. So have to keep an eye on how that changes.
Definitely, but viOlet was able to get up his gas super early, and he actually is mining from it, despite the fact that he started his spawning pool a little bit later, so he's going to have nice early speed links this go around. Stephano opening up with basically the same build we saw last time. A little bit later on the gas will give him a little bit better economy with getting up those 2 queens early on.
In the meantime, Overlords floating around the map, doing nothing. Just kind of chilling out, checking out their various Mengsk statues.
The pacifists.
Yep. That's right. They have to be careful, man. They could fly into that statue. They need to put a light on top of the statue like they have on radio towers or something, so Overlords don't fly into them.
Oh, the huge
manatee.
And expansion's just about to finish up for both players. Of course, Stephano's was a little bit quicker because of his nice block at the natural of viOlet before. He does have 2 queens coming up, so everything the same we've seen out of him. However, on viOlet's side of things, a little bit different. Decides to put down those queens before getting up a bunch of lings.
A little bit quicker Zergling speed, too, for viOlet. This is very, very similar to what we saw last game. We saw viOlet getting the Zergling speed a little bit quicker, getting his hatch down maybe a little bit later. What is the drone count right now? Stephano ahead by 1, 21-20. So that's fascinating.
Those small incremental differences at the beginning
right.
of a mirror matchup, I understand. Firstlings coming out now for viOlet. We do have a Spinecrawler getting put down for Stephano, who has not actually produced any lings. So both our players not even really producing that many map control lings. There we finally go. Baneling Nest coming down for Stephano, 6 lings coming out of viOlet.
Yeah, well, if you look at it, 6 lings for viOlet, that's 150 minerals, whereas 1 Spinecrawler for Stephano, that's only 100. So a little bit cheaper way to defend. With 1 Spinecrawler against the early groups of lings, you can kind of pull drones for a little bit and defend against that. So if you need to, you can.
A lot of lings coming out from viOlet.
Yeah, a little bit more than 6, so never mind.
Wow, actually producing another 16 on top of this. We'll see if he makes any more with the next round of larvae. Yes, he is. So he's just going to try and flood his opponent right away.
Now, this, again, is similar to what we saw last game, too. Stephano making less Zerglings, getting that Baneling Nest instead, so that he can zone out the Zerglings of his opponent and, get those big Baneling hits if possible.
And viOlet going after the Roach Horn at about the same time as well. He's way off of creep, trying to chase down that Overlord and supply block his opponent. It's going to take a long time for that to happen. viOlet, though, moving across the map, and Stephano sees this, producing a bunch of lings and a couple of banelings. He has a Spinecrawler down as well.
That's, that is so many Zerglings for viOlet. He's got 2 banelings there. Oh, one gets wasted on about maybe 3 or 4, but oh, it looks like, is he going to be able to get the other baneling? If he does, that is going to be huge. He gets it, and suddenly viOlet with a huge Zergling advantage. Stephano desperately trying to pump out as many lings. Nice block with the queen and the lings on the ramp. Yeah, that is going to save Stephano right there, even though he does lose the queen.
He lost the queen, but he killed an enormous number of Zerglings. The Spinecrawler was worth its weight in gold.
Absolutely.
8 kills on that. The queen was also a hero as well. A little bit of scouting, it looks like, here for viOlet with the remaining lings, but he's not going to get too much more information. Those lings are going to fall pretty quickly.
Yep, that was a dangerous attack that viOlet sent at Stephano, and he handled it beautifully. And now, Stephano does have the Zergling advantage, 12-1, 12-0 now. He's got 41 drones to the 37 of viOlet, and he also has roaches on the way right now. Stephano just ahead in every way, basically.
Yeah, but we'll see if Stephano's going to be able to combat those roaches. He did decide to put up, let's see, +1 missile attacks. Doesn't have any roaches on the field or anything. There we go. The Roach Warren finally coming down. We do have layer tech being established as well. So very, very similar to what we saw last time. This was the point last game where he actually decided to turn around, but it looks like he's going to try pick off a couple of drones first.
Yep, went in there, focused on a couple drones. That does, increase the gap between the drones. It's now 41-35. That is a big difference. Every Zerg player who plays ZVZ will tell you that every drone is so important. Look at that, coming in again when the roaches move away, killing a few more drones, and now viOlet can't even really mine in his natural at the moment.
No, he can. 3 lings do get their way into the main. They get a full scout. Don't see anything too out of the ordinary. Not going to be able to kill too many more lings, too many more drones.
On a third going up for Stephano as well.
About the same time. He put that up at the just before the 8.5-minute mark last game as well. So he is mirroring his build. viOlet basically doing the same thing as well. And, if Stephano can stave off a big roachling all in, if that's what viOlet decides to do, I think he's going to have just as good of an opportunity to win this game as he did the last.
One big difference between this game and the last game is that both players are going to be about even on upgrades. viOlet got his upgrades started much later last game, but if you look at the production queue right now, viOlet's +1 is actually just slightly ahead. They're going to finish at about the same time, but the upgrades are going to be a little bit more even right now.
Yeah, roach speed has started for Stephano, but it's going to be quite a while before that finishes. That's actually a very critical upgrade here. Gives you the much better concave a lot quicker, and that's critical whenever you have evenly matched roaches heading against each other.
That's true. He's going to get that, and that's the thing, is that viOlet doesn't even have a lair right now. He's just going to try to power off hatch tech for a while. And it looks like he may be about ready to move up. Now, did viOlet ever scout that third? That's what I'm wondering about. Okay, he did get in there and scout that.
Yeah, he just sent a couple of lings up there, but they were taken out by Stephano pretty quickly. Stephano is aware of this giant force making its way up to the top left, though.
Yep. 21 roaches to 15.
And we
viOlet does have a lead for now.
Yeah, layer tech and a third and a wave of drones behind this for viOlet. So it looks like he's going to try and attack, but he's not all-inning this game around.
He may just be trying to snipe Disturb it. I don't know if this is going to be a good idea. Stephano's going to be able to push this back so easily. viOlet, once that roach speed finishes, viOlet's little army here might be in trouble. If he loses that without causing a lot of damage to Stephano, he's going to be in big trouble. What is this, though? Stephano's roach is moving away.
Yeah,
losing the queen. Oh, is he going to be able to snipe that hatchery? Nope, don't think so.
He's just going to back away, but roach speed is now done for Stephano, so he's able to catch up and pick off a lot of units, and he's going to pick off this hatchery down at the third.
Yep, that is going to absolutely need to be canceled. There it is, canceled, and meanwhile, the roaches for Stephano chasing the roaches of viOlet down the side of the map. They do have speed, so they're going to be able to kite them and catch them all day. And yeah, things are just not looking very good for viOlet right now.
No, not at all. There are lings running through his base that are wreaking havoc. We have a couple of banelings coming up as well, and those are probably going to do quite a bit of damage. Stephano still just catching up and picking off a ton of roaches as he makes his way in. That roach speed so
Stephano,
critical.
what is he doing? He's got his roaches on move action, taking a lot of damage there. Oh, man. But yeah, viOlet's going to have enough to push him back now, but more reinforcements coming in for Stephano. This is kind of a razor's edge he's walking right now.
Yeah, but he's able to get that concave so easily. viOlet is being pushed back once again despite the short reinforcement distance. A bunch more units coming out of Stephano. 9 more roaches being added into the mix, and he's continuing to push his opponent back.
Yep, that's right. I think Stephano should just have enough 30 supply ahead. More links coming in right now. Drones coming off the line. Looks like Stephano is about to roll to a quick 2-0 against a former Code S Zerg.
Yeah, he
Wow.
really is. viOlet just has nothing left on the field.
There it
Down to
is.
less than 60 supply. Only 3 roaches remaining. 2, 1, and they
That
are all
is
gone.
it. Yeah, I mean, expect the GG any second now. GG, well played from viOlet.
And congratulations
Wow.
to Stephano. He advances into the quarterfinals here at
Yeah.
IPL 3.
Stephano